Mr. Director, what's the national debt right now?
Well, it's we project at the end of this year it's going to be over $28.1 trillion.
28 trillion. What percentage of GDP is that?
It's just under 100%.
Could you speak into the mic and
Yep,
repeat that?
it's just under 100% of GDP.
So our current national debt is over 100% of our economy. It's $28 trillion. What's the debt going to be 10 years from now?
Right. So our projection is then over $50 trillion, or over 122% of GDP.
Today we've got a fiery and intense exchange between Senator John Kennedy and the Director of the Congressional Budget Office, CBO. Trust me, this is one you won't want to miss. The U.S. national debt is skyrocketing, and during this session, Senator Kennedy asks some tough questions on how we're heading towards a $50 trillion debt. Grab your popcorn and let's get into the details.
Mr. Director, what's the national debt right now?
Well, it's we project at the end of this year it's going to be over $28.1 trillion.
28 trillion. What percentage of GDP is that?
It's just under 100%.
Could you speak into the mic and
Yep,
repeat that?
it's just under 100% of GDP.
Okay. And for this current fiscal year, will we have spending deficits?
Yes, sir. We're looking at about a $2 trillion deficit this year.
And that means that we've spent $2 trillion more than we took in, right?
That's right.
So we've had to borrow money.
That's right. That's right. The debt is going up.
And so that money that we borrowed increases the amount of national debt, doesn't it?
That's right. And it means more interest payments, which then goes back and means more debt. So there's a negative cycle attached to it.
Okay. So our current national debt is over 100% of our economy. It's $28 trillion. Let's suppose that we think in 10-year windows, as you know. Let's suppose nothing changes over the next 10 years. Nothing. We don't renew the tax cuts. Nothing changes. What's the debt going to be 10 years from now?
Right. So our projection is then over $50 trillion, or over 122% of GDP.
Yeah. Well, damn, looks to me like we better do something. I mean, we can sit here and debate the tax cuts, and you talk about the tax cuts don't work. I don't know how you know that, because the pandemic skewed all economic results. But we better do something, huh? You think we can sustain the spending?
No, the risks are mounting with higher interest payments and higher debt. And that's, as you said, that's why action must be taken.
So what should we do?
It's, the sooner Congress acts, the easier it will be.
I get that.
It's not
So
gonna
what
be
should
easier.
we do?
I'm here to support you, but not to tell
Support
you,
me. What
not to
should
tell
we
you what
do?
to do. I mean, reduce the deficit. You have choices. You can look at mandatory spending. On the spending side is the driver. You have healthcare costs and Social Security. On the revenue side.
Well, let me stop
Yep.
you for a second. Yeah, everybody always says that mandatory spending is driving the cost, and they say, well, look, we've got to do something because the Social Security trust fund is going to run out, and Social Security is going to be automatically cut. Look me in the eye and tell me you really think the United States Congress is going to allow Social Security to be cut.
I would expect some action to be taken before that happens.
So if you think the United States Congress is going to sit here and allow Social Security to be cut, even if there's not a penny left in the trust fund, you've been dipping into your ketamine supply. It is not going to happen. We'll just go into the general fund and take the money, won't we?
Right, and that would add to the deficit under
Yeah.
as compared to current law.
So why do we, I get it.
Senator Kennedy doesn't sugarcoat it. He tells the director straight up, we better do something. And he's right. We can't keep going down this path without taking serious action. Kennedy finishes up by apologizing for going over his time, but not without making it clear that action needs to be taken, and soon. We're staring down the barrel of a $50 trillion debt, and even modest cuts won't be enough. The choices ahead are tough, but as Kennedy says, we better do something and fast. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you want more in-depth breakdowns of key political moments like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Let me know your thoughts on the national debt in the comments below. What do you think we should do about it? Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.